Let's get started. Okay, so today's session is about how to increase your prosperity, energy, how to attract money, how to ensure that prosperity comes. See, the thing is this, actually, I've been talking about law of attraction and all, right? And the other day, a friend of mine called me and said, Mr. Kati, I have this question, I'm doing affirmations, I'm doing vision board, I'm doing visualization, I'm doing all those things you have asked me to do. But why is it the money is not coming to me? Why is it I'm not making enough money? Why is it, I still feel that prosperity is not coming? It made me think, what could it be? Now, when I did the Law of Attraction 14-day program, I actually, I've divided into three sections, right? Manifestation by default, manifestation by deliberate attraction, and manifestation by divine intervention. So, of course, in the divine intervention, you will get a lot of prosperity if you understand how divine intervention works. But today, I thought I will just talk about prosperity because I think a lot of people in your mind, it's about money. It's all about money. You want money, that's what you want. So since you are looking at money coming into your life and you want money to come into your life, so I thought today I would talk about uh, um, money and why, if it's not coming to your life, and what can you do. I will actually share with you 7 things you must do in order to have money come into your life. You must remember, if you do it today, it doesn't mean money will come tomorrow. You normally will say do it for 21 days to 30 days, because for something to manifest in your life, for something to come into your life, you need to do 21 days to 30 days, and at the minimum 21 days. We call it minimum 21 because it takes 21 days for the entire neuron structure in your brain to change, for your RAS, reticular activation to change. So 21 days is very, very important. Also, it creates a habit, because only after 21 days it become natural to you. So you have to do it for 21 days. So if you want that money, and also I give you 7 exercises for you to do today, and you can do it. I mean, after all, you do have another 3 weeks of MCO, right? So no excuses. You can sit down and do this 7 exercises, and you'll definitely see money coming into your life, as long as you're willing to do the work, you see. A lot of people, when I'm doing these law of attraction programs, and a lot of people tell me, oh, I forgot to do this, I forgot to do this, I forgot to write my affirmation, I always ask them this question: did you forget to eat? Did you forget to go to the toilet? Did you forget to drink water? No, you didn't forget all that, right? So why is it that you forget to do the basic fundamental things you need to do in order to get a better life? So the 7 things I'm going to share with you, please do the 7 things, because that's so relevant in order for you to attract prosperity in your life. Yeah. Now I want to again tell you that please do not ask me any questions about law of attraction at this point in time, because I'm going to do a law of attraction program starting Monday 13th of April until the 27th of April. What you need to do is go into my Facebook postings or Instagram postings every day from Monday 13th until the 27th of April. Every day I'll give you exercise to do. So do this exercise. During that 14 days, I'll do 2 live sessions to do question and answer. So today, the question and answer today will basically be on prosperity, not necessarily on law of attraction especially, even though some of the things I'm going to cover is related to law of attraction. Yeah. So I want to start off by telling you this. When you talk about prosperity, what are we talking about? Of course, we all understand about money. We know about material comfort, car, house, and whatever not, right? But I love, and I want to share this with all of you. There is this video by Guruji Mitra Siva, and I listened to it. See, when I was growing up, in among the Indian culture, they always say, about the 16 prosperities, they call it. In fact, I was just going to say something in Tamil. In Tamil, they say, Padanaram Petru Perval Valga. That means they're saying that, I hope you have got 16 prosperities. Now, when I was growing up, I didn't know that. When he says, Padanaram Petru Perval Valga, I thought it was 16 children you must have in order to have a great life, because I thought that was what it meant. But later I found out 16 things they're talking about is the prosperity. 16 types of prosperity you should have in your life. And I've been searching for this answer for a long time, and then finally I was able to listen to this Guruji Mitra Siva in his YouTube video, and he talks about, and in fact he talks about money is only number 15, and number 16 is your material comfort. So I'm going to run through this, so that you need to understand, when you start doing all these exercises I'm asking you to do, you would have prosperity coming to your life. But it might not be money immediately, might not be material comfort immediately, but a lot of other things could come into your life. Our Muslim friends always talk about rizki. Rizki doesn't mean just money. Rizki could mean a lot of other things, and I think it's very, very similar to what the Indians believe. I'm sure if you look through, you'll find that rizki is different forms. So I'm going to go through and tell you the 16 types of prosperity that a person should have in this life, before I tell you how to attract this prosperity. The first prosperity you should have in your life is intuition. Intuition means that there is something within you. They say ladies have a better intuition than compared to men. Ladies can sense the danger. You know, sometimes when people say, no lah, I think I shouldn't sign this agreement. No lah, I think I should. Oh, then you say, thank God I didn't say. That's called intuition. Intuition is a prosperity. It is given to people who have got the blessings of God, the blessings of the universe. So if you're a good person, God will give you this prosperity of intuition. Second prosperity, wisdom. Wisdom is to know right and wrong. Wisdom is to have the wisdom to make decisions right. Wisdom, okay, of utilizing, like getting angry. We say when you get angry, basically you're drinking poison, hoping other people to die. For example, you get angry. Whenever you get angry with another person, you're basically drinking poison, hoping they will die, but actually you're going to die. So you would have to have this wisdom of making the right decisions, right? So 16 prosperities. First is intuition, where you got the soul will guide you to make decisions. Number 2 is wisdom. Number 3 is youthfulness. There are people who, no matter how old they are, they're youthful. They look young. They're energetic, no matter how old they are. Whereas on the other type of people who always get sick. I mean, a good example is no matter how much money Steve Jobs had, but he passed away. So obviously he didn't have the health and youthfulness, right? In fact, health is the number 4. The 4th prosperity is about health. The 3rd prosperity, youthfulness. Yeah. 5th prosperity is to be a learned person. Learned person means, like, for example, some of you tell me, Mr. Kati, I was just Googling, or I was just looking through Facebook, I came across your law of attraction. I'm now learning about law of attraction. I've learned so much about law of attraction. I have somebody who's watching this video. His name is Pavitran. He's from Singapore. He just shared the other day how he learned about what I've been teaching in law of attraction, especially about Ho'oponopono. He used it on his autistic daughter, and his daughter now can actually hold a pencil, which she couldn't do earlier. She can actually go to the toilet and all without any help. And this has happened because of the last 2-3 weeks he has been using the things I've been teaching. That's wisdom. That wisdom will come to you. That's a prosperity. Yeah? That's also a prosperity. Number 6 prosperity is character. Character of a person who, when I reach the red light, if it's a traffic light, red stop light. It's not, hey, nobody is looking, so I go over. Or I throw the rubbish, I do things, or nobody is looking. Now, character is, okay, you go to a shop, the shopkeeper gives you extra money. You give back the money and say, oh, hey, you paid me extra. That is character. Character is a prosperity, okay? And that's something you need to attract in your life, yeah? Good children is a prosperity. If you have good children, well-behaved children, that's prosperity. If they don't have, now I'm going to tell you the 7 steps in case you don't have any of these things that I'm just talking to you about. If you do the 7 steps, many of these things will come back to you. Trust me. And of course, you follow law of attraction, definitely you'll have all the 16 prosperity coming to you. Number 8, being respected by people. There's no use having tons of money. I know there are certain people that in the political line or whatever have a lot of money, but nobody respects them. So what is the use of having money where there's no respect, you see? So again, respect is very important. That's also rizki or prosperity. Number 9 is courage. Courage to face, like for example, when COVID comes, let's say when COVID, everybody talk COVID. If you have the courage of being brave and say, it's okay, if this is going to pass, I'm going to come out, that's actually prosperity. Not everybody can do that. You have made an accident. You come out and say, oh, thank God I'm alive. Thank God nothing happened to the other person. This is just, I can repair this car. That's called courage. Courage of being able to face any kind of things that goes through. Suddenly doctor says you got blood pressure. And you say, instead of, oh my God, why did this happen to me? You have the courage to say, okay, what must I do? I must change my lifestyle. I must change all this in order to have this courage. That's also a prosperity. Yeah? Long life. Long life is number 10. It's also a prosperity. Number 11 is bold. Bold is being brave enough to try new things. Bold enough to do bungee jumping. Bold enough to, do skydiving. Bold enough to look at things that makes you happy. Bold enough to backpack and travel around Europe, when you want to. Bold enough to, do things that a lot of people don't do. That's also rizki. Not everybody will do it. That's also a prosperity. Number 12 is perseverance. Perseverance, never give up attitude. A lot of people give up. People follow my 7 days program and they give up, so they give up. So you don't, they don't have the perseverance and grit. They start a business, they give up, we call them hot chicken shit. What do you call it? Hangat tai ayam, hot chicken shit, right? So wisdom. So some people have got this thing, they will never give up, kan? So that's also a rizki, that's also a prosperity. Number 13 is popularity. Popularity is where people come to you because they like you. People come to you because not because you're seeking popularity, not because you're a prominent person. People come to you because they like you, they love you, they like your love, they like the way you are, the person, popularity. Number 14, prosperity. Remember, I'm talking about 16 prosperities. I'll repeat all that very fast after this. 16 prosperities. Number 14 is a home, not a house. A prosperity is home. Like now, like say in the last 3 weeks, everybody is sitting at home, right? Now, actually, I don't care what car you're driving, okay? Do you realize your car is not so important? What is important is the home you're living in, because for 3 weeks you're stuck in the house. If your house has got good energy, your house has got good food, good vibration, you feel so happy to be in your house, that is a home, that is a prosperity. So there could be people with big bungalows, but they're scared of thieves coming in, burglary, they're worried about things and whatever not, they've got fencing all around the house. Then it's not a home. Home is where you're happy to go, happy to be able to sleep, that's a home. Number 15 is money. Number 15 is money. And number 16 is material comfort, where with the money, you have material comfort, which whatever you want to do, you can do. That is number 16. So 16 prosperities. Of course, today I'm going to focus on money and material comfort a lot, because I think that is the one thing in everybody's mind. So I don't want to go and talk about popularity and learned and whatever not. The one all is maybe another video, right? Not today. So I very quickly, like I mentioned to you, actually every culture says prosperity is very important, and my good friend Anandi has actually listed down in this one, but I'm going to run through. Number 1 is intuition, number 2 is wisdom, number 3 is youthfulness, number 4 is good health, number 5 is being learned, number 6 is good character, number 7 is good children, number 8 is being respected by people, number 9 is the courage to face anything. In the event of any issues, you will have the courage to face it, and number 10 is long life, number 11 is bold enough to try new things, bold enough to venture. Number 12 is perseverance and grit, never give up attitude. Number 13 is popularity, where you don't seek popularity, but people come to you because they like you for who you are, popularity. Number 14 is a good home, a home that you have a peace of mind. Number 15 is money. Number 16 is material comfort. Okay, so these are the 16 prosperity. Like I said, for those of you who are Indians, I think when you are growing up, your parents would have told you, or somebody would have told you, Padanaram Petru Pervalu Alga. This is the 16th. You can achieve all the 16. Not everybody has all the 16, but you can achieve all the 16. And today I had a compliment. I was talking to somebody, and I told her I'm 57 years old. She said, oh my God, you don't look 57. So maybe that is one of my prosperity, which is, well, I don't dye my hair or anything, it's just natural black hair, right? So maybe that's a prosperity I have. I could have a lot of other prosperities as well, but I think a lot of us want money and material wealth. So let's talk about money and material wealth today. And I think that's the key. Yeah. So I will give you 7 steps that you need to follow in order to get that. Okay. 7 steps in order to get money and material wealth is as part of the prosperity. Yeah. And like I said, the rest of you who are interested to know about the rest of the other things, WhatsApp me or text me. Maybe I'll teach you how you can have that. Right. Okay. First thing I want to tell you is this. There's no such thing as God chooses who to be rich and whom not to be rich. First, I need you to understand that. I need you to really know that. Of course, there are ways to become rich. I agree with that. But I need you to understand the fundamental. The first fundamental is the sun rises every day. Okay? When the sun rises every day, does the sun actually choose whom to shine on or not? Does the sun rise today and say, oh, you know what, my friend Huilin is very fair, shine on her a lot because she's a Chinese girl, and Kati is a bit dark, don't shine on Kati a lot because she's very dark already, or something like that. No, the sun shines equally on everybody, which means prosperity is available for everybody. Okay, now the next question will come. So what about the astrologers? What about the star and the moon? What about the negative energy? What is a lot of people follow astrology. Can now listen, astrology and there's all these things is based on your karma. Karma means the law of cause and effect, which means you have done something wrong, so you are facing it. So maybe because of that, you would have a lot of difficulty in getting prosperity. My point number 5 is about how to cleanse your karma. So wait for it. Number 5, I'll talk to you how to cleanse your karma. I'll talk to you about it later. But what you need to understand, the first thing is the sun rises every day and shines on everybody, which means that every one of you can be wealthy. Every one of you can get the prosperity. If you're not, I'll tell you why shortly. Yeah? I have a joke to tell you. I have a nephew. One day I was talking about a business, and I said, hey, you should look at joining my business and do this. And coincidentally, he went and saw a palmist, and a palmist looked at a palm, looked at a palm and said, oh, this line is not deep enough for you. And because the line is not deep enough, I don't think you should do business. So my nephew came to me and said, Mama, uncle, I don't think I can do business because my palm says that this line is not deep enough. So I said, you know what, why don't you bring a pen knife and bring it to me, I'll make it deep. This is ridiculous because don't listen to someone, who is a palmist or an astrologer. I'm not saying they're wrong, okay? But I always believe that you need to decide on your own life, yeah? You want to know how to get rich? Okay, let me tell you. I've done my research and I'll tell you how to get rich, yeah? Actually, there are only 3 ways to get rich. Want to know 3 ways to get rich? Let me tell you, yeah? It's a joke as well, but it's also about my life. Because from small, I always wanted to be rich. From the time I'm aware. By the way, I was born at a very long time, at a very young age. Okay, I was born at a very young age, and I always wanted to be rich. So I read books, I went for seminars, I did a lot of this, and I found out, okay, oh wow, only 3 ways to become rich. Number 1, you must be born rich. Now, you didn't have a choice, I didn't have a choice, none of us had a choice. In fact, I was born in Port Dickson. My parents were rubber tappers. I grew up in an estate. I come from 12 brothers and sisters. I'm the 9th in the family. And from the time I remember, we will always have a lot of issues in terms of finances, I've eaten 1 meal a day. I've eaten just porridge, salt with, porridge. We have gone, my parents have taken care of us very, very well, But the thing is, even when I go to school, whatever called scheme Bantuan Makanan, scheme Bantuan, anything called scheme, my name was already there. Okay, so I didn't have to. I worked as a waiter. I worked in a construction company. I was a bricklayer. I did all kind of things to make money. So number 1 must be born rich, which you don't have 3 ways to become rich. Number 2 is marry somebody rich. And I thought, wow, okay, marry somebody rich. So I went to University of Malaya. I was studying. I met my wife. And when I met my wife, I was very impressed. Why? Because she was driving a Honda Prelude and she drove a car and came to the university. And I said, wow, this is a rich girl, Indian girl, pretty, rich girl, will drive a car. I was very impressed, okay? And my mind was, marry a rich girl, right? But of course, later we fell in love and got married. However, and then 2 weeks later, she brought another car. Honda Accord. And 2 weeks later, brought another car. I said, wow, this is just not one car. She drives different cars, you see. Only later on, I found out that her father was a car sales manager. So every time he's got a car that has not been sold, my wife drives it to the university. So please check out before you get married, for those who are not married yet. Yeah? Number 3 is actually, way to become rich is actually work hard and get a good education, work hard, and you become very, very rich. So I studied very hard. I have an accounting degree from University of Malaya. I have an MBA from Warwick University. Currently, I'm doing my PhD. So, but as I studied these 2 degrees I have had, and I went to work in Bank Nagara as an auditor. So they say when you study hard, and you work hard, you become filthy, stinking rich. I worked very hard. You know what happened? I became filthy and stinking, but never became rich. That's when I realized something was wrong. And that's when I understood a lot of things. I understood about Robert Kiyosaki's model about passive income. I understood people who work for other people very seldom get rich. 95% of people who work for other people, 95% of people who are self-business and employed are never rich. I learned about law of attraction. And I learned about the importance of being able to be connected to the divinity. Not necessarily going to the temple or mosque or the church and whatever not, right? Sometimes it's just being able to connect to the divinity. Which brings me to the 3rd point about why I feel you can become rich. Every one of us can become rich. You just need to connect to the to connect to the universe, connect to divinity. I give you an example. If you have an iPhone, and iPhones are good. A lot of people like iPhones and whatever not, right? You just bought a new iPhone, is full battery, fully charged or whatever. You have a phone. Now, when you have a phone, but let's say you want to make a call and you're inside a lift, you can't make a call. Now, nothing wrong with the phone. So if you break the phone, that's your stupidity, because you say, oh my God, how come the iPhone is not working? I think something is wrong in the phone. I think they sold me a wrong phone. And you break the phone. And that's stupidity, because you are in the lift. How could you get reception, right? Similarly, if you get an iPhone and the battery has not been charged and trying to call and there's no call, and you say, my stupid phone, and you break the phone because the battery is not charged, but you thought something was wrong because you cannot switch it on. That's also stupidity. Or you have the battery and you have a new iPhone and you are up in a top of a building, but you don't have a network. That means you have not registered in any of the networks and you're trying to make a phone call. Phone call won't go through. And you say, oh, stupid phone, and throw it out of the building you're in. Again, it's stupidity. So again, what is happening here is 3 things. 1, no battery. Number 2, no network. Number 3, you are in a place where there's no reception. Okay, that means there's no reception, no frequency, because there's in a lift is not. So you need to understand the fact that if the battery is not there, the network reception is not there, network, you can't. So similarly, many of you are not able to get prosperity in your life is because you are not connecting with the universe. You're connecting with God. If you believe in God, I always say this, I hope you believe in God. If you don't believe in it, find one quickly. But what is important is connecting to the divine, connecting to the soul. And I want to explain to you why this is relevant. I know you're patient, you're waiting for the 7 steps, but I think I need to get you to understand the fundamental part about how you attract prosperity before I can talk to you about the 7 steps, correct? It's all related to the divinity anyway. Now, the earth is round, okay? People are, walking around it. But as you can see from the moon, if you look, the earth is round, right? People don't fall down. Yeah? Even though you might be like, now we are in the bottom of the earth or the top of the earth, but you don't fall down. You never fall down. You can still walk and move around. So the first question I ask people is, why is that possible? They say it's law of gravity, which I think a lot of you will tell me, law of gravity, because gravity holds you. Gravity keeps you posted. So you are able to stand because of gravity. Agreed? Totally agreed. Gravity, yep, okay, fine. Okay, that one, my next question is, if somebody passes away, die already, right? If they die already, how come they cannot stand? I mean, if a dead person cannot stand, correct or not? If a dead person cannot stand, then what happened? Well, gravity is still there. Gravity is always there, right? But a dead person cannot stand. You know why? Because the soul has left them. The energy has left them. So when the energy leaves, the person cannot stand. He will die. He will pass away. So what it means is you have this energy within you. If you know how to use this energy, you will attract prosperity in your life. There are 7 things you must do in order to connect with this energy in order for you to get prosperity in your life. Prosperity means money, which then you can use for material comfort. Okay? So I will run through the 7 steps that you need to do in order, first of all, to connect to this soul within you, or the energy within you, or the God within you, or the God outside there. If you believe God is out there, but you need to know how to connect. Like I always use this example. If you send a WhatsApp message, 1 tick means message didn't go through. 2 ticks, but dark black color, message gone through but never read. 2 blue ticks read. So if you send a message to God, please never go through 1 tick, which is why isn't God receiving your message? Because you're not connected to the energy. 2 ticks, but God is not reading your message. Why? Same reason, because you're not connected to the energy. But when you send a message and God reads it and brings it to you, that's law of attraction. That is where you're connected. And there are 7 things you must do in order to attract this prosperity into your life. Okay, let's talk about the 7 things you must do. Yeah, in the process of talking the 7 things, I will also explain about what are the things that could probably blocking you, because if you have to do this and if you're not doing it, I mean that's one that's blocking your energy. Step number 1, you need to write down what you're grateful for every day. First step, you need to have a gratitude journal. So go and get an exercise book. Download the gratitude app from your app store, Every day before you go to sleep, write down what you're grateful for. Just write down. I'm happy, I'm alive, I'm happy that, I have food, I'm happy I live in Malaysia, I am happy there's no, a natural disaster in this country. There are a lot of people this week or last 2 weeks, no food, no income, nothing. But if you are eating and if you have a mom cooking for you, how many of you are so lucky your mom is cooking for you? But be grateful. So write down, I'm so thankful for my mother, I'm so thankful I got a father, I'm so thankful. I've been looking at some of the postings about my mom did this today. Somebody posted yesterday, my mom did at 2 o'clock because I'm watching movie, my mom got up to do special kueh. But you should be thankful. So write down every day. I'm grateful that I've got a good health. I'm grateful that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that, I'm able to, do normal things. I'm grateful. Some of you should be very, very grateful you're not a frontliner. Amount of risk frontliners are taking now. The number of people who have, even police personnel, how many of them have died? Doctors have died. Nurses have died. So sometimes you should be thankful. You're complaining, oh my God, why did the Prime Minister extend the MCO another 3 weeks? Hello, listen. Thank God you're not a frontliner. At least you can sit at home quietly, correct or not? So don't have this kind of a complaint, because the moment you're not grateful, prosperity won't come. See, God has created so much of things for you in your life. In fact, I was listening to Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev from India, and he was telling this. He says, when you get up in the morning, what is the 3 things you must do in the morning? I always ask this question. I want to ask you, see whether you can answer me. Yeah, what are the 3 things you must get up, must do in the morning when you get up? I know what most of you will do. You get up in the morning, you'll say, oh, you must get up. Oh my God, must get up. Oh my God, must get up. What if God says one of the days, no need to get up? You say, oh my God, must get up. But God said, no need to get up. Do you know what it means? It means you are dead. Because 1 million people die every day in their sleep. Do you want to be one of them? So you've got to be very careful. So Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev says there are 3 things you must do when you get up in the morning. First thing when you get up in the morning is you put your hand here and say, oh my God, I'm breathing. Because you must remember something. You close your nose and mouth and stop breathing. You cannot last. Okay, air is so important to you. Breathing is so important to you. If you cannot breathe, you can live without food. You can live without water for some time. But you cannot live without air. You will die very fast. So when you get up in the morning, first thing, oh my God, I'm breathing. 1 hour later, oh my God, I'm still breathing. God, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can breathe. 1 hour later, oh my God, I'm breathing, which means I can have anything I want in my life. I can do anything I want in my life. I can achieve anything I want in life. So Sadhguru says this very well, which I read his, watch his video, and he says 3 things you must be grateful for. Bersyukur dahulu sebelum you nak apa-apa lagi kan. Kalau kita bersyukur dahulu, then when you get more things in your life. So you got to be grateful, must be grateful, must be grateful. So first thing you got to do, my friends, if you want money. So forget about money will naturally come. Money will flow into your life. Money will automatically flow into your life. Money will come from many, many sources. You could be working today and you only think of one source. Maybe you are doing business, you can only think of one source. Maybe, your pension, only one source. But let me tell you something. If you actually do this exercise I ask you to do, the 7 exercise, you will suddenly find people calling you, people giving back your money, who owe you money. A lot of things will happen in your life. But you need to understand one thing, my friend. It starts with gratitude. You need to write down every day. So get an exercise book, sit down and start writing. Just write down every day. In fact, when whoever the head of the family is going to buy things in the morning in the market or going out to buy anything, if you see, I think you can't get exercise book unless you go to KK or some of this 7-Eleven or whatever, they might have some exercise book, or find some notebooks or exercise book, whatever, or find some paper and start writing down. Or worst case scenario, download the app store, Gratitude Journal app. So number 1, write down your gratitude every day. Trust me, you do this, you see many things happening in life. Rezeki akan datang. Many rezeki will come. But starts with gratitude. So first be grateful what you have first. Be grateful for the small car you have. Be grateful for the motorbike you have. Be grateful for the bicycle you have. Be grateful that you're healthy. If you've got diabetic, be grateful that you at least only are diabetic, not cancer. You understand? Let me ask you something. Some of you are complaining about the financial problem. Given a chance, would you like to have cancer or financial problem? Honestly, tell me. If you have got cancer and financial problem, and God says choose cancer, financial problem, what would you choose? Financial problem, right? Why? Because you can solve it, right? Area of control, you can do something about it. So stop complaining about financial problems, because if you do what I ask you to do, you will attract money. Yeah. Number 2, exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 is you need to do things that brings you blessings. Do whatever you can do to bring in blessings into your life. Okay, feed the cat, feed the dog, feed the fish, feed whatever to bring another soul should bless you. Give way in the road, buy food for your security guard, do things, okay? But I will explain to you in another way. You should do this exercise called the Pantang Limaringgit exercise, which is number 2. So number 2 is about getting blessings by doing a lot of good things. And one of the ways to do it is by doing Pantang Limaringgit. What is Pantang Limaringgit? Very simple. Every day starting from today, whenever you see a 5 ringgit note, keep it. Take a 5 ringgit note and keep it. Whenever you see a 5 ringgit note, keep it. That means you don't use the 5 ringgit note, right? Take it and keep it. Start saving it, keep it. And what you do is, whenever the opportunity comes for you to, you need to buy food, you need to give to a beggar, you need to give to a blind person, take out the 5 ringgit and give. You need to tip a waiter in a shop, or whatever, take the 5 ringgit and give. Because you see, the problem with a lot of you, why you are not attracting prosperity is because every time when people come to you, either a blind person or somebody selling tissue or whatever, you always say, I don't have small change. I don't have money now. Oh my God, no, I don't have. So when you do this, what's happening? You're blocking your prosperity. you're blocking your prosperity. So when you block your prosperity, money will stop coming down because you're blocking it. So my experience has been one of the best things you can do is pantang 5 ringgit. Why 5 ringgit? Why not pantang 10 ringgit? Why not pantang 5? First of all, pantang 50 ringgit because 50 is a lot of money and a lot of people will spend it. Obviously, you don't save it and keep it. Pantang 10 ringgit, very common. But 5 ringgit is very not so common. Every now and then you get 5 ringgit. So it's very exciting. You get the 5 ringgit and save the 5 ringgit. So when you keep this 5 ringgit and save it, so whatever you do, whatever transactions you do, wherever you go, whenever you see 5, so maybe during this MCO, maybe you all don't do a lot of cash transfer, you might not do it. But remember, at least do things to get blessings. You see dogs, you see cats, you just put rice in your balcony for birds to come and eat. Okay. You put a bit of sugar on the outer layer of your house for the ants to come and eat. All these are blessings for you because you're feeding another soul. So, point number 2, do things that get blessings. And one of my suggestion is actually doing the pantang 5 ringgit exercise, which is save the 5 ringgit and do it. Now, saving is also important because if you don't even spend the 5 ringgit, but if you just keep the 5 ringgit, figure out. In fact, I had one person recently who was in a bank and came and told me, Mr. Karthik, I've never practiced this, but 1 year ago I met her and I told her to do this. And she says, after 1 year, she had 5,000 ringgit in her hand because she was saving 5 ringgit every other day. That's already 365 days. And then extra 5 ringgit she saved. She said, I put it in my son's account and I now realize I can save money. So when you save money, more money will come because you are prudent with your money. So sometimes this pantang 5 ringgit has got 2 approaches. One is 2 blessings actually. One is you can use it to spend on people or buy things without feeling, when you give money, it's like, I'm taking 10 ringgit to buy for a security guard. Oh my God, I'm taking 10 ringgit to give this tissue person for tissue. Oh my God. Then there's no sincerity. But when you put aside the pantang 5 ringgit, the 5 ringgit is memang for charity. The 5 ringgit is memang to help other people. So when you actually do it, you get blessings. Point number 1 was gratitude journal. Point number 2 is pantang 5 ringgit to get blessings. Point number 3 is you must respect money. Money is energy. Everybody wants money. So money is energy. This one I learned a long time ago and I thought, oh my God, I didn't know this, right? Money is energy. You shouldn't crumple money, shouldn't write on money, shouldn't. In the Indians, money is known as Lakshmi. Lakshmi means it's precious, it's goddess we call it, not goddess. Money is goddess. Because we respect, so you must respect it. And how do you respect it? I will tell you, for example, men. You shouldn't have a wallet where you fold the money. Funny thing, a lot of people say men always don't have much money, but ladies always have money. You know why ladies always have money more than men? Because ladies' wallet is always the long wallet where they keep the money straight, flat, never fold it. So when you keep the money straight, in lines, straight, not folding it, you actually respect money and more money will come to them. So ladies have more money. Men, what do? They have a wallet which they fold it. So you put the money and you fold it. Not only you fold it, you put it in your pocket and sit on it. You sit on it. You know what? You are sitting on your bums, your backside, your buntot. You imagine that you want money to come to your life. Money is energy. You fold it, put it in your bum and sit on it. What do? Simple. Go and get a long wallet, keep your money. So when you keep the money in your wallet, a few conditions. First of all, you must remember, don't fold money. Condition number 1. You want money to come to you. This is point number 3. Don't fold money. Money must be kept straight and you must keep kept properly. That means you don't champa your money. You must make sure your 50 ringgit is there, then the 20 ringgit is there, then the 10 ringgit is there, then the 5 ringgit is there. The 5 ringgit you can put aside. Remember I told you pantang 5 ringgit, right? So you got that 50 ringgit and keep it in the right order. Keep it agong facing the right side. All this is respecting money. When you respect, more money will come. Trust me. I've got so many people who have been for my programs in the last 12 years and said, my God, Mr. Karthik, I just changed my wallet and money started coming to my life. Why? Because you respect money. What? Not only that, in your wallet, very important for you is don't keep invoices, don't keep pawn slips, receipt, kedai pajak kedai punya receipt semua, pawn slips, bills, Along's bill. Don't keep, because money is energy. You go and keep some of you pay your bill, you keep that. Your electricity bill, you keep that. When you give your electricity bill next to your money, the energy. Electricity bill is negative because you have to pay. That is hutang. When you pay stuff with your money, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. So your wallet must be only money. Of course, you can have a picture of a god or goddess, or you can have your ayat, you can have your zikir, you can have your hoponopono, all that you can keep with the money. That's okay because that's energy, positive energy. But do not keep bills, invoices, pajak kedai. But most important is don't fold the money. So ladies, please buy a wallet for your husband or your boyfriends or father, a long wallet for them. Now, somebody came and told me, Mr. Kati, my pants are so tight, so if I have a long wallet, I cannot put inside. My advice to him is, buy a pants that is loose, longer, sikit. Don't give excuses. Hello. Don't give, you want money. Everybody wants money, right? But simple things I ask you to do, cannot do it. Or hold the wallet or hold the purse in your hand, But don't give excuses that, oh, my pants is so tight and I cannot put it. All these are excuses, yeah? People give all kinds of excuses. If you give excuses, you won't have prosperity. Okay, number 4. So, number 1, gratitude journal. Number 2, pantang RM5. Number 3 is respect money. And respect money, keep the wallet properly, keep the money properly. Yeah? Number 4 is, you need to read empowering beliefs. I'm going to give you 5 beliefs, 5 empowering beliefs. 5 empowering beliefs, okay? Very, very important. What is empowering? Empowering belief is, see, a lot of us have got this brain, it's like, money doesn't grow on tree, money doesn't stick to me, very difficult to get money, I only one source income, how to become rich. So a lot of these things are what you call limiting belief. And because you keep saying it, even when people ask you, how are you? Cukup makan. How are you surviving? How are you so-so? How are you broke? All these are negatives. In fact, when people ask how are you, just say fantastic or great, right? But empowering beliefs here are 5 statements. I'm going to tell you now, please write it down. First statement, I love money. Full stop. I love money. 5 statements you must read every day whenever you can. I love money. Now, some people say, oh, Mr. Kati, doesn't it mean that, money isn't everything? Let me ask you something, or let me tell you something. The most religious of religious leaders who are pure in their religious teaching, doesn't matter what religion, they say God never said money is evil. How you use the money could be evil, but God never says money is evil. In fact, if you have more money, you have more people. Like during this COVID, you have money, what do? You can help so many people. What? You think God will be upset? You got money? Come on. In fact, in the Bible, it says that God loved Solomon because he was one of the richest guy. Even the prophet, Nabi Muhammad also loved some of the richest people. Why? Because they were able to help so many other people. So, I love money. Just keep saying, I love money, I love money, I love money. Many of you don't realize you need to love things for you to come into your life, When you see a Mercedes-Benz, somebody driving, you must say, I love Mercedes-Benz. Instead of, oh, he must have taken Raswa. No wonder he's driving a Mercedes-Benz. Then you see somebody in a big bungalow, oh, he must have taken a Raswa. Oh, my God, you know how expensive it is. These are all negatives. When you say like that, money won't come, car won't come, property won't come. So, first affirmation that you must read every day, I love money. Number 2, I attract money in abundances. That means I attract money in abundances. That means the money will keep coming into my life. Not unlimited money. Not unlimited. Unlimited is limited, right? You must say, I attract money in abundances, okay? I attract money in abundances. So, number 1, I love money. Number 2, I attract money in abundance. Number 3, I receive money from multiple sources. I receive money regularly from multiple sources. You can say I receive money every month from multiple sources. So when you say I receive money from multiple sources, you could be working now, only one income. Suddenly opportunities will come. Friend will call you and say, I got this business lah. Friend will say, can we do this or not? Somebody will come and say, can I rent a room in your house lah? The money, right? Somebody will say, can we do this? So you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know there's so many ways to make money. Or, you at the moment you're only working, right? And then you say, I've received money in multiple. And somebody calls you and say, hey, you know what, you're a good cook. I want to order food, can you cook 20 packets of nasi lemak every morning? I'll come and take it from you. That's money, man. But these kind of opportunities will come only when you say this. I receive money monthly or weekly from multiple sources. That's number 3. Number 4. Money allows me to enrich myself and enrich the people I love. I repeat, money allows me to enrich myself and enrich the people that I love. I repeat, money allows me to enrich. Enrich means make people live a better life. Enrich myself and enrich the people I love. And number 5, being rich is my birthright. Itu adalah hak kelahiran saya. Hak kelahiran saya lah untuk jadi kaya. My being rich is my birthright. If you read this 5, I repeat, you can watch my video again and again because it's on Facebook Live. You can watch it and write it, but just run through 5 affirmations you must read every day. So every day, put it on your fridge and read it every day. Put it on your fridge. Whenever you go to the fridge to take out food, before you take food, read first. Maybe, you as a husband or wife, whoever, you are the head of the family, put it in the fridge and say, make sure everybody reads it every day. Yeah? 5. Number 1, I love money. Number 2, I attract money in abundances. Number 3, I receive money from multiple sources. Number 4, money allows me to enrich myself and enrich the people I love. And number 6, being rich is my birthright. Being rich is my birthright. Being rich is my birthright. So these are the first 4 steps of the 7 steps. Number 5. Okay, let me just have a bit of water. I'll open for questions later. So if you have questions, Number 5, very important topic. Number 5. Number 5. Many people don't make money because of karma. Karma means dosa lah. Okay. Dosa means you could have done a lot of things harmful in your life, in this life. For people, there are some people based on your religion, you don't believe in a past life of a previous life. Past life or previous life, so you might only believe. That doesn't matter. It means from the day you're born until today, maybe there's a lot of dosa you did. For those of you who believe in your past life, then it's your karma. Maybe there were some things you did bad in your life, and because of that karma, you're not getting money now, and you're not attracting money now in your life. So that's your karma, your dosa lah. So coming back to that astrology, coming back to that star and all. So a lot of times when you're born, you're told your star is this, or your astrology is this kind. The reason is because of your karma. So based on your karma, they'll tell you this is how you live your life. Now the good news is this. The good news is you can cleanse your karma. Now a lot of people, because of the way we've been brought up, based on what our religious teachers have told you, you go to the temple, you do things, you go to the church, you'll do things, you go to the mosque, you do things, or you do things that to cleanse your dosa. Well, that's all fine. Please continue doing it. I'm not here to stop any of you from doing it. But I have learned there's a method called Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian teaching. Ho'oponopono is a teaching that says you first of all must take responsibility for your problems. Meaning to say, if money is not coming to you, you do not blame your parents. You do not blame anybody else. You do not blame the politicians. You do not blame other. When money is not coming, you take that. What did I do wrong in my life? What is my karma? What is my dosa? So Ho'oponopono says that you are taking responsibility that demi mengaku salah lah. There are people who are very rich, but they've done all kind of stupid things in their life and all. But they don't admit they made a mistake. And they, of course, they will pay for their sins. I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm telling you today. So Ho'oponopono, H-O apostrophe O-P-O-N-O, P-O-N-O, Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono, I teach in my law of attraction, day 12 exercise. You can visit my day 12, you can see it. But it's basically about cleansing your negative energy and cleansing your karma. And how do you do that? Very simple. I give you 4 steps. How you use Ho'oponopono to attract money. First is, Ho'oponopono is basically 4 phrases. The 4 phrases are, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I repeat, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Basically, you can say this as a mantra, as a zikir every day. Okay? For the Muslim friends, I always say Ho'oponopono. In Islam, you say Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar, and you actually tell Istighfar, which is Astaghfirullahalazim. So, for the non-Muslims, you say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. So what do you need to do? If you say this all the time, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. You're basically telling this to the universe. What are you telling to God? What are you telling? You're telling God, I love you. I'm so sorry if I've done anything wrong, which I also don't know what I did wrong. I don't know my karma and all. Please forgive me, thank you. But you don't have to say everything like that. You just have to say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive you, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry. Meaning, I love you, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you today, my friends, for the next 21 days, if you just say in your heart, I think I've told you this before, in the movie 3 Idiots, Amir Khan will say, all is well, all is well, all is well. In the way movie Nanban, Vijay will say, all is well. Exactly. I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. I love you. You say this every time you remember something. Every time a negative thought comes, why are money quit? I love you, I'm sorry. Cut it off. I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. Why are so many other people? I love you, I'm sorry. Just cut it off. When you cut it off and say this. So, in cleansing your karma, which is point number 5, there are 4 things you got to do. Number 1, I say 24/7, 24/7 all the time. Whenever you remember, whenever you're aware, I love you, I'm something. Number 2, write down the name of people who are blocking your negative energy. Your prosperity energy. Okay, who are these people? If there are people in your life who are upset with you, who are unhappy with you, If there are people, your parents are upset with you, you got friends who are upset with you, you got your bosses who are upset with you, your bosses are blocking your promotion, your friends, your mother said you're good for nothing, your brothers and sisters say you're good for nothing, or people say you're good for nothing. All these people are what you call blocking your prosperity. So that's why when you send a WhatsApp to God, God doesn't like receive it, because the people you love are blocking it. So what you need to do is write down these names of people that you think are possibly upset with you. Could be anyone. Just write down anybody's name you feel is upset with you. Could be ex-boyfriend, could be ex-girlfriend, could be ex-wife, could be ex-husband. Ex-wife, ex-husband, really dangerous people, So you better write down their name and do Ho'oponopono for them, because they will block your prosperity. Because when I say block, mean they will have this thing, oh, you left me, let's see how long you're going to take, so I can see whether you can survive, or something like that. You leave a company, the boss will say, oh, wait, let's see whether you can survive or not. If you decide to leave your job and start a business, oh, let's see how, the kind of negativity. So write down a list of all these names of people you can remember and erase. Now later on I'll give you my phone number. You can WhatsApp me if you have any questions specifically. So write down the names of these people on a piece of paper. You can write all the names. Put your hand on top. So write down their names. Put your hand on top. Just put your hand on top and just say 20 times. I love you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Basically, you're not telling them. I repeat, you already don't like them and they don't like you. You are not telling I love you to them. Basically, when you write the name and put your hand and you say, I love you, you're telling God, you're telling universe, I love you. I'm so sorry for whatever I've done in my life that has created this issue with these people and they're blocking my prosperity. Please forgive me for whatever I've done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And when you say this, automatically the negativity will disappear, your aura will change, money will come. So trust me, you want money to come? So point number 2 in cleansing your energy, write down the names. Number 3, C. So I'm talking about point number 5, A, B, C, D. Point number 5, which is do Ho'oponopono to cleanse your negative energy and karma. A, say I love you, I'm sorry, I'm thank you 24/7 all the time. Whenever you can, whenever you remember, when you're cooking, you're driving, you're exercising, you're bathing, just say that. B, write down the names of all the people that are negative about you and do that. Number C is write down the people who owe you money. I tell you today, I had a guy from Vietnam. I went to Vietnam and did a program. And this guy was like, Mr. Kati, I don't believe all this. So I said, hello, do. So he wrote down the name of a company that owed him, I think it was $25,000 US. They have not paid him for 2 years, He did some services for them. They never paid him. Give all kind of excuses, come again, So he wrote down the name of this company. And he put his hand on top, and every day he'll do, I love you, I'm something, I love you, I'm something, you do that, right? I think about 6-7 days later, the company called up and said, your check is ready, come and collect. And he says, my God, Mr. Kati, I waited for 2 years for this. I'm telling you today, you want money into your life? Very simple. C, write down the people who owe you money. Could be anybody you have given money to, or you owe you money. Put down their names, and you put your hand on top and just say, I love you, I'm something. I'm doing a certification program for Law of Attraction on the 3rd, 4th, 5th of July for those who want to become certified Law of Attraction and do what I'm doing. I'm going to coach you and train you for you to do what exactly I'm doing and touch a lot of lives and whatever not. Of course, I'm charging $7,500, which is the investment. Now, let me tell you how to make money out of it. Simple. Write down the names of people who owe you money. You erase. Money will come from my program, and next line, and then next. And then after the program, I'll teach you how to make lots and lots of money. Anyway, A, B, C is put down the names of people who owe you money and erase. And number 4. D. D is very simple. D is whenever you see an opportunity where you can make money. For example, you're going to do a business deal. For example, you're going to go and sell something. For example, what you need to do is, sometimes there's negativity between you and them. That's why the sale doesn't go through. That's why the business doesn't go through. That's why the opportunity doesn't come to you. So what you need to do is write down these names of people or the names of things happening. Like for example, I'm going to sell this house. Put down house, address, and erase. When you do that, the house will be sold, money will come to you. You're applying for a loan. Put down the name of the bank, how much money you want, whatever, and erase. Or put your hand. Erasing is very confusing. Put your hand on top and do, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. The loan will come through. So whenever you see D, under 5, D is whenever you see an opportunity to make money, put down what is the opportunity and do Ho'oponopono. I'm going to do number 6 now. 7 steps, right? I'm almost, another 10 more minutes, right? Number one was what? In the 7 steps. Number 1 is gratitude journal. Number 2 is Pantang 5 ringgit. Number 3 was respect money, the way you keep money in your wallet. Number 4 is empowering beliefs. Number 5 is cleansing your karma using Ho'oponopono. Number 6, Number 6, very, very important. Be careful what you put in your social media. I have people who come to me and say, Mr. Kati, I was doing so well in my business. Then, suddenly my business dropped. I always ask them, okay, what happened? Oh, I won this award. I became an MDRT, or I became this. I became an AM. I became this. I got promoted. I bought a new. What did you do? Oh, I nothing. I said, did you put it in your Facebook account? Oh, yeah. I showed in my Facebook all that my car I'm driving. I showed in my Facebook. I just came back from a travel to Australia. I showed in my Facebook that, I just bought a new this, new that. This is the problem. Whenever you put anything in social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or anywhere, when you put pictures of your success, you're attracting negative energy. Now, I'm so sorry to say this, my friend. I'm so sorry to say this. If you put pictures of your family, you put pictures of that luck, good thing. Now, let me ask you something. If you want to actually tell people you want to be thankful, then put it in a gratitude journal. Don't put in a Facebook account. Don't put in an Instagram account. If you put in a Facebook account and say, I just came back from a holiday in New Zealand, everybody go like. Let me tell you, 100 people like it. But I will tell you something, 10 people like it and 90 people will probably have in their heart, oh, okay, now got money, want to show off lah. That's the feeling many people have. Sorry, my friends, I'm not telling your friends are like that. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you want to increase your prosperity energy, decrease your scarcity energy, decrease your negative energy, I'm telling you, number 6, be careful what you put on your social media. You can put anything else. You can put news, you can put statements, you can put quotes, but do not have to show people you're doing well in life. You don't have to. The people who you want to show that you're doing well in life could be your friends. Maybe take them for makan, fine. Tell your family members, that's fine. But do not go and put everything in your social media and people will look at it and they will, I'm telling you today, any one of you, all of you here would have had the same thought. You're going through social media, you're working and no time to go for holiday, not enough money. Suddenly you see Facebook, somebody says, oh, I went for a holiday, and you say, wow, they're so lucky. Wait lah, You see, that's negative, So my point is, not everybody is like that. I'm so sorry. But my personal view is, people who don't, we call it tayang, don't tayang on social media, they do very well in life. People who show off, they do very bad in life because they create unnecessary. Of course, you can put in social media and then put Ho'oponopono and whatever, do Ho'oponopono, things will happen. But my take on it is, if possible, don't show off. Don't put all kind of things in your social media. Don't show all this recognition la, free award la, gifts la, my travel la. Your close friends is fine. Even status updates. I think many of you do status updates, right? I went and ate at this expensive restaurant. You don't have to. That's why I always joke I say, I don't know why people like to tell where they ate, where they, everything they put in social media. I'm here now, I'm eating here, whatever, There's a question maybe I want to answer. How about advertising your business? Of course, you can advertise the products you have, the services you have, all that you can advertise. I'm not saying that. But you don't really have to show people you're doing very well. Especially your award la, I won this la. Listen, if people want to come to you, you write down the list of your customers, you do the Ho'oponopono, customers will come to you. Okay? If, Charlene asks, what if the business requires you? Listen, I'm not saying you shouldn't put on social media. I'm saying don't show off. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Simple. Don't show off. I'm not telling you don't put. You can put whatever you want to put. But why must you put that, oh, I am doing this business. My company gave me 25,000 ringgit. Why must you show that? You want to tell people you're successful? Let me tell you how you tell people you're successful. Be a good, service them well. Give them a good customer service. They will tell other people and you'll get business. If you put in your social media and say, I got this award, I won this money, I want that money. You think people are going to come to you because you're showing off that you're doing very well? No. I guarantee you today, no. So what I'm saying is, if possible, you can put your products, you can put your services, you can of course tell your success story individually. For example, you've got certain clients who have supported you, you are successful, send it to them, but don't put it on social media. You have no idea who is looking at your social media. That's what I'm trying to say. I think the word is about showing off. Question is, can I put cooking food? If you are putting food for cooking and showing people, this is a recipe, you can learn from this, you can also cook it, fantastic. But if you're showing people, look what all I ate today, you're in trouble because people are going to curse you. Because someone else who's just eating salted fish and rice, you're going to say, oh my God, oh my God. The moment they say things like, oh my God, look at these people, they got chicken la and a fish la and everything. I only have salted fish. Listen, whether you like it or not, you just attracted negative energy. Anyway, my friends, text me personally if you need more advice on this, yeah? It's free advice, I won't charge you, don't worry, yeah? My number is 019-664-3989. 019-664-3989. I want to finish off today by telling you a very, very, very important exercise that you should do, which is number 7. This is an exercise that I actually cover in my 14-day law of attraction program, which is called the doubling the money exercise. And it's a very powerful exercise. Many people don't even realize how powerful it is. So I'm going to share this exercise with you today. For those of you who are not following my law of attraction program, never mind. You can do this starting from today. You will be amazed how much money will come to you. But you must do exactly what I asked you to do. Get an exercise book or get a bunch of 30 pieces of paper. Okay? Or get an exercise book. Get a bunch of 30 papers. Okay? Say today is day 1. Okay, right on top of it, you write down there 100 ringgit. So we always start with day 1 is always 100 ringgit. Okay? So you put 100 ringgit, okay? Now tomorrow is day 2, so tomorrow you take out the paper for tomorrow, you put there 200 ringgit. Day after tomorrow, it's the third one, you put there, the third one, you put there 400 ringgit, third day, 400, then it's 800 and so on. So what you need to do, this particular exercise is actually taught in the Law of Attraction program by Abraham Hicks. And they say that when you one of the reasons why money doesn't come to you is because you're not thinking about how to spend money. Because you always say things like, I don't have money, what? You know, you're looking at the newspaper and then you say, oh wow, look at Habib Joe, waste of time because I don't have money. But look at the car. You look at the cars and you say, oh, so expensive, oh my God, I can't even afford the tire. See, you're negating a lot. So this is a really good exercise. Okay. So what again? Go back. So 30 days. 30 days. You write it for 30 pages. Page 1 is today. So today is the 11th of April. Put there 100 ringgit. Tomorrow is 12th of April. So put there 200 ringgit. So one day you do only one exercise. That's 100 ringgit today. Tomorrow you put 200. Then is 400. And then is 800. Double every day. Okay. So on the 5th day is 1000. In fact, on the 15th day, if you double, on the 15th day, you've got 1.6 million ringgit. Okay. Now, what you need to do is very simple. So today is 100 ringgit. So you write down, you can start tomorrow morning, no problem. So 100 ringgit, right? You say, how do I spend this 100 ringgit? Don't say I want to pay bill, I want to save the money. No. 100 ringgit, must spend it. What must I do? Oh, I'll take my family for makan. See, that's a good feeling, right? I take from family. That's energy, prosperity energy. Okay. Day 2, you're doing, now you got 400 ringgit. 200 ringgit. What do you do? I think my wife always wanted to buy this handbag. I'm going to buy 200 and buy a handbag. You feel good because you didn't buy for her because you didn't have the money. Oh, I want to buy these shoes, the sneakers. I want to buy a guitar. Something that you have not bought or they have not bought because sometimes you didn't have the extra money. So when you write it, and you can even write it down. So it must be very specific. I'm going to take my family for a Japanese. Don't say I'm going to take my family for dinner. Just say I actually write down 200 ringgit. I'm taking my family for this restaurant. 200 ringgit. I'm going to go and buy this shoes. If you don't know how expensive shoes are, go and Google. Don't know how expensive handbags are, go and Google. Okay, 400 ringgit on the 3rd day. What I'm going to do with 400 ringgit? Then you think. I tell you, my friends, when you start doing 400, 800, then on the 10th day, you got 51,000 ringgit. Now, this is where things get exciting. Now, if you call me up or you text me and say, my God, Mr. Kati, I don't know what to do with 51,000, money won't come. Money won't come to you. Because you see, why would God give you money or universe give you money if you don't know how to spend? If you don't know how to spend money, why would money come to you? Why? You don't know how to spend what? You can't even think what? This is a very powerful exercise. But let's say every day you're writing down. Okay? 1,000. So 51,000 ringgit on the 10th day. I'm giving an example. So 51,000 on and you say, okay, I'm going to go for a world tour. Okay? Now, this is the most important thing. Now, don't just write there, I want to go. How much would it cost? Quickly Google. Go to Singapore. Singapore Airlines is the best airlines ever. So Google Singapore Airlines, say, okay, how much does it pay to go first class travel? Okay, write down. Okay, first class world tour trip, 18,000 ringgit. Okay, very good. For example, I'm not just giving an example. And where would I stay? Oh, I'll stay in 5 Seasons Hotel, or I'm going to stay. How much is it? Okay, I'm going to stay for 10 days. Now, when you Google, when you write it down and you get excited, you know why it's exciting? Because today you're going to spend 41,000, right? Tomorrow is how much? Tomorrow I've got 102,000 to spend. Now you say, oh my God. Okay, now you're thinking about 100,000. You say, okay, I think I'm going to go and buy Audi, but Audi is about 600,000. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay 100,000 today and pay a deposit. But tomorrow I've got 200,000, so I'm going to pay another 200. On the 13th day, I've got 400. You know what? I'm going to settle the Audi. You know that feeling that so much of money coming to me will get you so excited. But it must be very specific. If you want to buy an Audi, find out what the different types of Audi, how much it's going to cost you, what are you going to do, write it down. Even better, since you're doing page by page, cut out the picture and stick it. Cut out the picture and stick it. Cut out a picture of an Audi and stick it. Write down specifically. You will be able to attract so much. I think I gave an example about a lady who came for my program. She had 1.6, I think she had, she had 1.6 million. And what she did was she saw a condominium. And she took the picture of the condominium and from the magazines and put it in the picture and said, 1.0, I'm going to buy this condominium cash. Okay. A couple of days later, she went to GM Klang for shopping, and Klang was doing what do you call it, a lucky draw or something like that. And the first prize was that particular condominium, So she said, oh, okay, it's surprising that, the first prize is the one. Okay, since Mr. Karthi told me to write, I already put the picture. She put it down, she won first prize, she won the condominium. 1.6 million cash. How did it come? Because her prosperity has improved. 1.6 million. I want to ask all of you, when you have 1.6 million on the 15th day, what would you do? What would you do? I think I'm going to buy, an apartment for my parents to stay. Now, the next day, you're going to have 3.2 million. What are you going to do? You know what? I think I'm going to take my whole family for a holiday, around the world. Now, the day after, you're going to have 6.4 million. What are you going to do? Oh my God. You understand what I'm saying, my friends? When you start thinking like that and your brain works like, oh my God, because this is just plain money, right? It's not real money, right? And you Google, you check here, you check there, and you take it and whatever not, right? And when you Google and start looking at jewelry la, and looking at travel la, and first class la, and the holiday la, and the different cars la, different house, that's when your prosperity is increasing. When your prosperity increases, money will come. I had a testimonial, I put it up a few days ago. This friend of mine called up, his name is Raman, he's here now. He called up and said, Mr. Karthi, I have this much to spend. I cannot, I think it was 50,000 or whatever. And I said, then I told him the same. That's why I got this idea of doing this talk today. Yeah? And he said, I got 50,000 to spend and I don't. I said, hey, how are you going to make money if you don't know how to spend? How would money come to you when you don't even know how to spend 50,000? I mean, come on, honest, right? If you don't know how to spend, why would you win lottery? Why would money come to you? So he said, okay. Then he sat down and wrote down, what he's going to do 50,000. Now, let me tell you something. He did the exercise. 1 hour later, his daughter deposited money into his account, and he says he never expected, and suddenly money came. He says, my God, I just started to think how to spend the 50,000, suddenly my daughter sent me the money, and this is amazing. This is how when your prosperity improves, money will come, yeah? So that is point number 7, okay? So basically, I've counted all the 7 points, and like I just want to repeat. So the 7 steps, I think Ananthi has put it up there somewhere if you go through my notes, yeah. Number 1 is gratitude journal. Number 2 is pantang 5 ringgit. Number 3 is respect money, put it in the wallet and keep it safe. Number 4 is the 5 affirmations you must read every day. Put it on the fridge and read. That's number 4. Number 5 is cleanse your karma by doing Ho'oponopono. Number 6 is be careful what you put in social media, don't show off. And number 7 is the prosperity exercise of money doubling every day. So after 30 days, you would have a couple of billion ringgit. Then you start back again for 100 ringgit. That's what you got to do. Okay, so I'm going to take questions. If you have any questions.